What's going on, everyone? Welcome into Bayou Bengals football. So, LSU, the strength, obviously the strength of their team is the offensive line. The defense has a chance to really be a strength this year too. I think, Harold Perkins is just a dude. There's, not enough I can say good about Harold Perkins. It just, what wows me about Harold Perkins, his movement skills are just off the charts for a linebacker. This guy is the ultimate. I was reading some of the YouTube comments about Harold Perkins. This guy is the ultimate QB spy. He just can track down quarterbacks like no other. So, yeah, to me, like when he puts his foot, when he accelerates at a running back, whether it's a quarterback, running back, or even receiver, like it's just scary how quickly he can close. That's Harold Perkins' game. He is an offense worst nightmare. This is a guy who is just going to save so much yardage throughout the course of a season for Michigan State. So yeah, Harold Perkins is going to be one of the true game changers on the LSU defense. A guy that's going to be one of the anchors on this LSU defense that is going to make it so good this season. But yeah, Mekhi Wingo, I think getting awarded that jersey was awesome. Mekhi Wingo is going to be really good this year. Wingo, well earned getting the number 18. Wingo is a guy who, really kind of put himself. It seems like a pretty selfless player. And what I mean by that is a guy that's just willing to played a ton of snaps to help out this LSU football team. Down Mason Smith after the first game. Wingo played a ton of snaps, continued to get better, has a really good skill set already, and you got to believe he's going to take another step forward to improve this year. But yeah, Wingo, and a very talented player too. So the LSU defense, there's really a lot to get excited about too. The secondary should be better this year. I think that's what's kind of weird with LSU is I think a lot of people think the secondary is going to be worse, but or think the secondary is going to be about the same or maybe take a step back. I think it's going to be better, and I think there's a lot of evidence for it to be better, including first of all, I think it's better depth. Guys like Ashton Stamps, Denver Harris don't start. Those are really good players to have as your second stringers. With Chestnut, Ryan, Alexander going to be your corners. I think that's a really strong core starting lineup of corners for LSU. But yeah, you can't forget about Denver Harris, LaTerrence Welsh. We talked Welsh yesterday. So yeah, good depth in the secondary. You'd love to get J.K. Johnson back. Hopefully get him back and healthy sooner rather than later. But yeah, a strong secondary with depth as well. So yeah, LSU got a chance to be an improved secondary and a really good defense overall. Savion Jones needs to have a big year. Omar Spates, Omar Spates, I think if there's one guy that they need to play well early on in the season, I think it's Omar Spates, because I think he's a guy that LSU was really, when they got him in the portal, they were really counting on him to just kind of be that plug-and-play guy that's good right away. They don't really need, with Harold Perkins, what he can do. He's flashed his elite traits as a freshman. But I think with Omar Spates, he is the guy that you just need. If he's less, if he takes a step back from what you've seen him do at Oregon State, I feel like that's really tough, because I think the expectations were sky high that he's going to come in, you're going to plug him in the middle of that defense, he's just going to be a really rock solid player. So if he's not that guy, that'll be kind of tough, because I think everyone's banking on he's going to be that guy that just fills in nicely, makes a lot of tackles, is a leader on this team, a veteran, a guy that helps some of the young guys. So I think even though the expectations are not, maybe to the moon for Omar Spates, the expectations certainly are high for him. So yeah, like his game, he's got a chance to be a really good player for him. this upcoming season. But yeah, a lot of questions being asked about Mason Taylor. Mason Taylor should be really good once again this year. Mason Taylor, an excellent tight end, a guy that good receiver, good enough blocker. I think, you know, he touched on that he's made an emphasis to improve as a blocker. So, well, hopefully he continues to get better in that aspect. But yeah, he's a good all-around football player. Really flashed so much as a freshman, and I think that was a little unexpected. You know, knowing that he was just a 3-star guy. Dad played in the NFL, so you know, a lot of expectations with that being known. But a guy that just played, you know, made such an impact as a freshman that you just kind of expect, kind of like with Omar Speights. You know, I don't think the ceiling, or I don't think the expectation is through the moon for Mason Taylor this year, but the expectation is high that he's just going to continue to roll, continue to play at a high level and be an excellent receiving threat for the LSU Tigers. So yeah, I really like Mason Taylor's game. They've done a really good job of, you know, adding depth at tight end to this team. Mac Markway has an excellent skill set to be a really good tight end for LSU, not just make an impact this year as a freshman. He's got a chance to have a really nice long career. Well, maybe not too long, because if he really shows out the next couple of years, he might be a 3-year guy, but has a chance to be have several really good years for LSU. And then Gilbreth, the transfer they got from the junior college, he is an excellent blocker and certainly capable of you know, adding to the offensive line. So yeah, it's really exciting with LSU. The strength, you know, the offensive line, you know, the tight end play. You know, hopefully the tight end play and the offensive line play really comes together, and you have just an excellent run blocking unit that also has depth at tight end, and several guys who can make plays as a receiver. So yeah, it's certainly gonna be fun this year, and yeah, LSU a chance to be a really good offense. Yeah, and the offensive line certainly has a chance to be elite. I guess what we know is the offensive line is going to be good again, but yeah, is it, you know, still a little bit of a question is, can it be an elite unit? I certainly think it can. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, to Value Bengals Football. Make sure to stay tuned for more episodes and then clips like this from the show. Till next time, peace.